you're going to say. And how do you bring this out so that we all in it?
Let's put your arm around me, big baby.
So if you're going to say what really will keep someone together never, what would that be for you?
For me, it's I think the love of God that we share and walking according to His Word makes us one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when we got married, I think the two became one, and that's how we act. We are one.
And we start. I'm sorry.
Not that we do the same thing all the time and don't argue and fuss and stuff, but we know that in the end that we're going to be okay.
And we based our future on a firm foundation.
Yep.
Yes. Well, the fact that we enjoyed each other at that time, you know, he wasn't a Christian, but at that time we kind of enjoyed each other a lot, you know. And then you just decide that, okay, this foundation is good. We like each other. We love each other, you know. And so whatever happens, we want to still be in love. We still want to like each other and have a good time. And so during the rocky places, you know, if you can separate rooms, you know, that's always a bit nice to get your head back together, you know. And then come out and say something silly or funny, you know, to make the other one smile and laugh, and then give each other a big hug.
Okay. So you've been together 47 years.
47 years. Working on 40 years.
You know, and I'm clearly not going to get 47 because I'm 40 now. Which means, you know, but if I'm thinking about really starting over again, what would you tell me to look for to make sure that I get those years, at least half of those?
I would say don't look.
Don't look. Pray about it.
Don't look. Remember the week before I met him, I said there wasn't a man walking I could marry and live with for the rest of my life.
Yeah, she
and
wasn't
then
looking,
God put us together.
and I wasn't looking.
You weren't looking.
And
Is this your first marriage?
It is.
No,
No, it's my
second.
first one.
I was
His
married for
second
4 years
one.
the first time, but I was just young when it happened, so I kind of like
Oh, okay. I was 21
But,
years.
what was I going to say? Oh, she worked in a bar when I went to the bar frequently, and I had my friends, and I would look at her, and she would look at me, but we never caught each other looking.
No, never saw him looking
And
at
of
me.
course, as a bartender or a waitress, you never date the clients.
Oh, okay.
So one night I had the nerve to ask her out, and she told me that she would go out with me, but I had to come back to the bar the next day at lunch in order to get her address to pick her up for the day.
Oh.
I wanted to make sure he was serious
I
and
get you,
not
not
just
just
throwing
trying to
me a
get
line.
some. I
Yeah.
get you.
And so we've been together ever since.
But it was the hot pants.
Oh, it was 1972.
And I think back then a lot of people stood together because I have grandparents and they both passed now, but they stayed together for 56 years. But
Oh,
they weren't
that's wonderful.
happily married. They were just married. You know what I mean? Uh-huh.
Oh, we kind of
that's
have
kind
the
of a
joy
shame.
of marriage working for us.
I mean,
The
it's
joy
good,
of
good that they stayed together for so long, but now that they weren't.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. So then I guess you didn't really ask. You gave me one thing. You said not to look, but what should I do then if I'm hoping to get, you know, at least what they got over there? Because I'm not gonna get 47.
Can I
probably.
tell you that little story? She was also working in a bar, and he was a customer.
They'll work at a bar.
Oh, this is my
that's great.
family tradition.
You got to change careers.
Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay.
You can
Well,
look.
see, I don't drink, so I don't know how this is gonna work.
They sell soda water and tonic
Supposed to
water.
drink when you're working anyway.
Oh, see, okay.
Yeah. But you can keep your eyes open. That doesn't. But you don't need to pursue the look.
I guess.
Yeah.
Don't aggressively pursue it.
No.
Always look.
Yeah, be sensitive to it. You know what I noticed about him is why I said yes to the first date. I watched him because I noticed two girls came up to talk to him, and he didn't put his arm around them or do anything flirtatious.
They threat to kill her.
No, they just laughed with him, and he laughed with them, and I thought, yeah, he looks like such a nice guy, you know, and he is, and always has been.
So I shouldn't look. Possibly work at a bar.
Don't let it be your mission.
If it happens, you'll know.
Should I also move to Ohio? I don't know.
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay.
Virginia Beach.
If you look too hard, it's too easy to overlook faults.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that.
So you want to? I mean, isn't the whole idea is to overlook faults, though?
No.
Not if they're
I mean,
bad faults.
everybody has faults.
Right, and you're not going to be able to change people's ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you have to determine, is this something that's important to me? 20 years from now, am I still going to be able to handle this, knowing that it might not ever change? You know, and so it can't be something that is so severe that it would start your marriage off rocky, because that's not a foundation.
But how do you know that? I mean, and I guess that's a question that everybody has to answer for themselves. I was going to say, how do you know when this is it? Like, this is something is worth fighting for versus I should let this go.
Well, I mean, we didn't know that right off the bat.
Oh, well, no, divorce never entered our minds.
But, I mean, over the years, we've grown together. You know, and I don't know, to start out with, it was just, maybe it's a little bit of lust, a little bit of love in there. You know? More lust at the time at the beginning than
Your
later.
daughter is right over there, Neil.
She's okay. She's been through it too.
Yeah. But I just, you know, feel like we've grown as one more than two separate people.
Okay.
But we still have our own, you know, whatever.
We respect each other's space.
And I see, even with conversation, I see that you're respecting. You're talking, he's talking. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. You know, just simple
No,
things
I
that people
interrupt her a
overlook,
lot.
you know.
But I've even after 47 years, I've got her watching some sports now.
Really?
The two of them used to gang up on me. We only had one TV,
Okay.
When I was
And one-
little.
and they would get together, and she would get her to say, "No, Daddy, no football."
No, I
So you're
taught
the
her.
only child?
Yes.
I
Oh,
taught her
okay.
to say football. Yuck.
Really?
But she also taught her for dog food to say "doggy disgusting."
No. That's another story, baby. Yeah, that's another story. I'll get it straight for you after.
Well, I guess one of the things I can say that I have observed, like I said, the respect, and definitely